Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another Idleon Pay to Win Hater video. And in today's video, we're not going to be talking about pay to win hating at all. We're not talking about bundles. We're not talking about lava, nothing like that. No. Today, we're going to be keeping it good. We're going to be talking about some tips for the 9 darter trophy. Because I know it's still kind of hard for a lot of people, and I get it. It's not easy to do. It takes a lot of practice. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into the first tip, which is move to a low pop server. And the reasoning for this is because we're trying to reduce the stuttering as much as we can, because in the darter game there's so much stuttering that happens. It's kind of insane. But you're going to want to go ahead and hit change server. I'm currently on Pizza 1, which is always the worst server to be on. It is the most packed. So we're going to go ahead and move over to probably like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise servers are usually pretty empty, so you can just find one that looks pretty empty. Server 2 looked pretty empty at that point, so we're going to go ahead and move over to server 2. And so now you can see there's no one on the map. And then for tip number 2, move to a map with no moving entities. So all of these little guys, the Gmush, they're all going to affect your actual performance. Again, they're going to mess with the stuttering inside of the darter minigame. So we're going to want to move to a different map. And so maps like Blunder Hills, any of the towns, do not go there. There's so many entities that are moving around. It's not a good choice. In my opinion, the best map to go to is probably one of the mining maps. Generally, I would say probably not the copper map, because people are usually there sampling. So you might actually find a few people there. People might be loading in and out. Could affect it. We're not 100% sure on what all really affects it. So it's just best to be safe. Choose a map, probably around the middle, I would say, maybe. I feel like more people are going to go to God Shard than the Void map. So we're going to go ahead and just go to any of these middle maps. And we're going to jump into the third tip, which is to have your character do nothing. Your character doesn't need to be mining. Your character doesn't need to be attacking anything. Anything your character is doing currently is going to affect the stuttering, more than likely. And we don't want that. We want to cut out all the stutters that we can. We don't want you to get to that 7th in a row dart and then the game stutters and you throw a dart straight off the top of the screen. It's happened. Don't ask me how I know. And then let's go ahead and jump into the mini game, and we're going to go ahead and share tips number 4 and 5, because they are both actually inside of the mini game themselves. So tip number 4 is to only do about 15 to 20 darts, and then you're going to want to reset and go again. You generally don't want to go over the 15 to 20 dart area, because after that, it's your arm movements start to get really fast, and you start to get pushed further back and the winds get higher. It just makes it harder and harder to actually hit that bullseye, and you're going to be practicing the first few darts. And so you want to really train your body on the slow movements, and it'll be a lot easier in the long run. I practiced the slow movements for probably like 3.5 weeks or so, and then I finally got my 9 darter, and it was immediate. It was the first 9 darts of the run itself. So, and then the last tip I have for you is to always shoot in the same motion. So if your arm is moving up or if your arm is moving down, always shoot in the same way. To, again, you're trying to train your body, you're trying to get that motion down, where you see it at this certain point. You shouldn't be trying to get it on both up and down whenever you can. You want to try and stick with one singular pattern and just go for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into an actual mini game, and let's give it a shot. Now, again, I actually got my 9 darter probably about 2 months ago, so I might be completely garbage at this, but let's give it a go. So I like to shoot on the movement up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to come all the way down. And then that was kind of expected. I was talking about it. It's all right. It's all right. So yeah. I like to shoot on the movement going up. And so I'm going to wait for it to come up and then throw it when I think it's there. And I hit the bar. Ooh, okay. That hurts. All right. We'll give it third time's the charm for sure. And bam, there we go. Perfect, perfect bullseye. Perfect bullseye. No problem. So you're gonna want to always shoot in the same motion. You're gonna always gonna want to only stick to the first 15 to 20 darts. Try and stick on a low population server. Oh, I felt like I was onto something right there. um, and then when the winds start to change, it's fine. You can keep going. But once you start to feel like your arm is moving too fast, that's when you're going to want to start to actually exit the minigame, restart, and just keep practicing the beginning. It's all just practice. You want to get a good feel for it. You want to try and get as much kind of muscle memory, not really muscle memory, but you just want to practice the slow speeds. You don't want to try and push into the faster moving speeds, because then you're gonna be practicing the slow and the fast at the same time, and that's gonna mess up the complete rhythm. So honestly, probably about here is where I would generally stop. Yeah, once you start to move further back as well, like you can see I was off the screen for that one. That's generally not good. So we're gonna go ahead and exit out of the mini game, and then what you would want to do is jump into it again, only practicing the slow throws. Do not go for the fast ones. You're never gonna get the 9 darter if you keep trying to go as far as you can. So I hope everyone has good luck out there. I hope many 9 darters upon all of you. Hopefully this helps. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.